like to have fun at work. We're allowed to laugh. We're allowed to have fun. We're allowed to know each other's families. We're allowed to be normal. How's that? I'm like, what the heck's the Commissioner of Social Security? First, nobody said we're calling you if it was about Social Security, so I'm trying to figure it out.
That was Donald Trump's newly confirmed head of Social Security, Frank Bisignano, admitting this week that he did not know what the commissioner role of Social Security was, even after Trump had nominated him for the role. Jank, I don't know about you, but I feel like maybe you should at least check to see if someone at least has some knowledge of a role before nominating them into the federal government. What do you think?
Well, what I want to tease the audience with is later in this story, we're going to find out if he's secretly a Social Security expert or a donor to Donald Trump. Let's find out.
I wonder. Let's hear more from Bisignano first, and then we'll get into some more details. Take a look.
And it's about Social Security, and I'm really not. I swear I'm not looking for a job. And I'm like, well, what am I going to do? So I'm Googling Social Security, one of my great skills. I'm one of the great Googlers on the East Coast. But that is the headline for the Post. Great Googler in chief. Chief and Googler, whatever. By the way, I like to have fun at work. We're allowed to laugh. We're allowed to have fun. We're allowed to know each other's families. We're allowed to be normal. How's that? I'm like, what the heck's the Commissioner of Social Security? First, nobody said we're calling you if it was about Social Security, so I'm trying to figure it out.
So if he's a better fit for Googler in chief, then why is he the Social Security Commissioner? Well, Bisignano, who previously served as chairman and CEO of financial technology company Fiserv, Inc., brings experience managing large organizations and overseeing complex payment systems to his new role. He has no prior history working in government or with the Social Security system. And drumroll, surprise, he's been a big spender in political campaigns. Since the early 2000s, the Bisignanos have donated about $2.67 million to federal campaigns or political spending groups, such as political action committees. In 2019, Bisignano and his wife also made two $125,000 donations to a super PAC supporting Trump. The largest donation came from Tracy Bisignano, who contributed $924,000 to a super PAC backing Trump's 2024 election. Bisignano has donated to at least 9 senators who will vote on his confirmation, including Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer of New York. So there it is. The Senate confirmed Bisignano in a 53-47 vote after a months-long series of announcements at the Social Security Administration of mass federal worker layoffs, cuts to programs, office closures, and a planned cut to nationwide Social Security phone services, which were eventually walked back. His nomination sparked mass fears over how he'd work with Doge. He told CNBC in February he was fundamentally a Doge person but wouldn't touch benefits, which he again claimed during the meeting with managers this week. He told managers that Social Security was not going away, adding that President Trump also agrees with that. This is America's, safety net. It's not going away. And hopefully you hear me say this every day, he said. You know who wants me to tell people that? Guess, the president. So what will Doge do with Social Security exactly? Bisignano said Doge would be involved in rebuilding the Social Security website and integrating artificial intelligence into the agency's phone support systems, telling managers that the SSA must adopt a digital-first mindset to meet the expectations of the American public, comparing the agency to how consumers interact with tech giants like Amazon. Bisignano also said he does not intend to implement reductions in force, or RIFs, at the agency, at least for now. I have no intent to RIF people, okay? Because that's the big question. According to a Social Security official, Bisignano was apparently just poking fun at himself to help lighten the mood. Clearly, Commissioner Bisignano was poking fun at himself so that everyone in the room felt comfortable having an open conversation about improving service for the American people. Commissioner Bisignano brings a valuable and much needed outside perspective to the SSA. His proven success in the financial services industry uniquely positions him to lead the Trump administration's common sense efforts to modernize the agency and improve its efficiency. Cenk, how do you feel about this guy, and what do you think got him this role?
It was probably that he's one of the great Googlers on the East Coast.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I mean, that is some outstanding credentials for a post like this. So look, I get it. He's not a Social Security expert, to say the least, and I get it that he was being a little bit tongue in cheek there, right? And he's saying it's okay to be light, etc. My biggest problem with this story is, why is a donor getting an important position like this? Like we've gotten used to the corruption. Both parties do it. They've been doing it forever. Of, oh, you donate a lot to me and you get to be an ambassador. You give me $250,000, you ambassador to Bahamas. Not bad, okay. You give me $2 million, I'll make you ambassador to Great Britain. That ambassador might be relevant one day. No, I'm giving it away, right? Ambassador to China. Oh, no, wait, this is super important now, right? Nope, giving it to donors. But we all got used to that. Now, Social Security's got to work, man. And now they're like, yeah, I know, but he gave so much money to Republicans. What are we supposed to do? I don't know. Give him a watch or something, okay? And go at him, boy, thanks for helping us. But don't give him Social Security. And then at some point, I don't know if it's gonna be this guy or another guy or 8 other guys, but they're gonna put in people into those positions who would benefit from being in those positions personally. And then there's going to be a robbery, right? I don't know that this guy's gonna do it. And then another group of people, by the way, will get put into positions they have no capability of doing, and then they'll bungle it. And then, oops, oh, there goes your payments. Well, I mean, what were we supposed to do? It gave so much money to Trump, so much money to the Republicans since 2000. Well, obviously we had to repay him for his bribes. And if he screwed up your Social Security, well, that's your goddamn problem, not the Republican Party's problem. We already got the cash, baby, woo. This system is sick, man. All right, Jackson, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like, can you imagine? I mean, it's one thing if you're in a position like that, as you pointed out, you're just there for some type of payday, you're there to loot it. You know what you're doing, but can you imagine just being somebody who has no clue what that agency does, and you're like in charge of all of it? So like what's your purpose? Like you just wake up, how do you even feel about the job? But this is nothing new. My whole life, this has been going on, particularly through the Republican Party, whether it's things like people, coal lobbyists head in the Environmental Protection Agency. The woman ahead of education in the entire country right now spent $20 million on this latest campaign. We talking about why are donors getting these positions? I mean, this is the most corrupt administration I'm familiar with. Pretty much everybody in it spent money to be there. But yeah, this guy, for him to talk about some, well, I didn't really know what the Social Security Administration did. I just took the job. I guess it's good on his resume, but I just, what do you even say to this type of stuff after a while? What do you even say? Yeah,
you're so right, Jackson. And they're like, no, it's okay. He's a good businessman. Well, I mean, I'd like to think I'm a good businessman. Should they give me NASA?
Right.
What is this? This is insane.
Right, like what do you even do when you wake up? To something to do with some shit with space and stars and planets and shit. I don't know. But yeah, no, it's crazy.
The only other way I think you could look at this is maybe punishment for not donating more. So he doesn't get a cushy do nothing job. He gets Social Security and potentially could be there and be in this position for a period of time where either people's benefits are affected or the level of service and quality of service for beneficiaries is affected in a negative way. What if he's just like the fall guy for not donating more to Trump. Like he's not like you brought up ambassadorships. Like that's a do nothing job for the most part. But he gets the responsibility of overseeing like the third rail in American politics. I'm very curious how this plays out. I could be wrong, but I do think there is a chance where he's just the fall guy for something unpopular that Republicans want to do.
That would be hilarious. That's a fun theory, right? They're like,
and that's what Trump does.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Jackson's right. Jordan, you're right. Like sometimes he'll say, okay, you do this terrible thing. Oh, don't worry, I got your back. The minute they do it, he's like, I don't have anything to do with it. It was them, right? But Jordan's reasoning is hilarious. You've given us over $2 million, but that really wasn't enough. I mean, Elon gave us $290 million. The Adelson family gave us $337 million. So they get foreign policy, they get access to all of our private information, they get all this stuff, right? You run Social Security. And by the way, we're gonna close down a whole bunch of offices and everybody's gonna hate you. That'll show you. Give more next time.
I mean, that's 2 million since the early 2000s. They gave 2 $125,000 donations, and then his wife gave about $1 million. But relative to some of these other donors, that is not a lot.
Yeah, it's not. Again, what's her name? Linda McMahon spent $20 million in this last election cycle, just in this last cycle. So that's true. So maybe it is because they want to mess up Social Security. They've been wanting to mess it up, and they need some type of a fall guy. So I think your theory might be right.
Yeah, and Linda McMahon got a department she's shutting down. So, or at least trying to shut down. So that'll show her to only give 20 million. Jordan's theory is growing on me. Okay. By the way, I mean, look at how sick this system is. It's just nuts. Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.